Good evening and welcome everyone to the AFR Tier 1 stream for Season 10. This is Round 8. We are at China. I'm Soko and with me tonight is Gus.
Hello!
Been a few weeks. We've
It has had a couple of weeks off for the Easter long weekend and the Melbourne Grand Prix. We're ready to go on the China track, so tonight would have been the real life Chinese Grand Prix if it hadn't been cancelled.
again.
Thankfully, again. Thankfully, yeah, we do have the came out after the game release, wasn't it? It was DLC, this track.
Yep. Came out afterwards.
So yeah, still able to do this track. And yeah, it's been a while since I think we've done a league race here. I think it might have been a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. We haven't had a Chinese Grand Prix since 2019, have we? Even virtually.
I think we might have had one more recently than that, because I do remember there was a bit of a weaving drama on the back straight, if you recall, a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, okay.
But that was, yeah. I think it was probably on 21, maybe season 1 of 21, so that was, what, season 7? So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, so anyway, we're out here on track. I think, well, it's definitely dry quali. I haven't heard anything about the race yet, but let's presume it's dry.
I don't know, it took a while for the drivers to come out of their pit bays, and Apollo Pepsi is the first driver out on track, but even he took a little bit of time to come out of his garage, so I wonder if there might just be a little bit of rain in the race. But do keep us posted, those of you who are in the know.
Yep, if someone could let us know, that would be helpful. But yeah, Pepsi, as per normal from Pepsi, shut out first, wants to get his time on the board.
Assuming he doesn't invalidate.
All spin. This is a really, especially in this iteration of the game, this is a really bumpy circuit.
So a yellow flag in sector 1, Jacob coming out of the pits and seems to have dropped the car. They're in a turn 1 spiral.
It's okay, get those early.
He's actually lost his front right end plate, so he is going to have to come back into the pits. So Scuderia not having a great season virtually in IRL.
Well, Pepsi's on first person flyer. Pretty good. Not carrying a great deal of speed into turn 1, being pretty cautious. Even on the throttle, runs the car out a little bit wide.
Getting some yellow sector 3 as cars are all bunching up, trying to find some space. It's the final corner. It's looking like a tidy start to the lap from Pepsi.
Missing a couple apexes, not running as his gear ratios look a little bit weird as well. I don't think it's going to be a particularly quick lap.
No, but this could just be a banker lap. Just wants to get something on the board. As I mentioned before, if there is a chance of rain in the race, then this might be a wet setup that they're qualifying with.
That would make a lot of sense, actually. Oh, late on the brakes.
Deep in the hairpin. Oh, we've got a Alfa Romeo T-Mac is pointing the wrong way in sector 2. Safe point in traffic to get going again. That yellow flag will clear as Apollo Pepsi sets a 133.035 to the first time of the evening.
Yeah, and a few other cars will be crossing the line very shortly to join him. Macau will take provisional pole with a 32.9, only less than a tenth quicker.
King J 33.845. So you see FIBA 131.734, 1.2 seconds faster than Macau.
So Fever's had a bit of time off. He's missed the last, I think, 3 races, or two or three AFR races. So he's not a championship leader anymore. He hasn't been for a while. I think Bate is actually currently leading the Tier 1 championship, which is not a sentence I thought I would have ever said at the start of the season. But he's doing really well so far. Fever has a lot of catch-up work to do.
Hey mate's just put himself into P2 with a 132.451, just 0.02 of a second quicker than Apex, but it's still about 0.7 off the pace of FIBA at the moment.
Yeah, I see the time away hasn't dulled Fever's skill the slightest. Let's have a look at Big Al. He's starting his lap. Usually puts in pretty reasonable times. Whoa.
Valhalla's pausing that yellow flag in Sector 3, had a big off on the right-hander coming onto the back straight.
Big Al looking pretty good so far. I'm liking his gear ratios, and he's definitely using all the track available to him. A little bit surprised with 3 seconds to 2 though. Short shifting, minimize the wheel spin as it comes onto the back straight. Clips the apex beautifully. Great rotation through the second last corner. A lot of speed through the last corner, and that's enough to put him into P2 with a 37.7.
Oh, 500 FIBA. Here comes Crush, 132.548. That's good enough for P5. We just had Apex, and I think it was Eckham coming into the pit side by side. It was a bit of reminiscent of Sebastian Vettel overtaking a couple of cars in the pit entry. Neck and neck going across the line, and they got themselves sorted out. So we've got a number of drivers yet to set a time. We've got Sneaky, Eckham, Farmer Sam, Valhalla, and Jacob Meister. Jacob Meister obviously damaged his front wing on his out lap. He will be the next to start a flying lap. He's currently on the back straight now. And then we do have T-Mac as well. Looks like he's doing a few laps on the same tyre. I think he might actually be... No, I think he's coming into the pits now. He's done 2 laps on those soft tyres, so had a bit of a spin last time around. He's currently P6 with 132.805.
Yeah, he's got no battery left. He has to come in to top support Jacob, so I'll look what he can do. Jacob currently our resident tyre whisperer. Managed to get a set of tyres the Australian Grand Prix all the way up to 100% before popping them. One's a little bit wide. There's a bit of wheel spin in sector 2, that's not going to help him. Don't touch the curb! Oh! Like the playing with death there. That section of the track there especially, like you really feel it on this game, it's so bumpy. I predict this is going to be P10.
And a retirement from the session. Apollo Pepsi has crashed out at turn. Is it turn 2?
Yeah, turn 2, turn 3. His car's gone.
Yeah, no, he just dropped it, I think, on traction and veered off into the inside wall. He was pointing the wrong way. I think he's just broken the suspension on that inside wall.
It is the tricky section of the track. On board with Bateman now as he's started his second run. He'll try and hopefully climb the ladder a little bit. He's got a mountain ahead of him though. I mean, that's no small feat. He's got to make up 6 tenths to do any damage to the guys in the front. Jacob just getting out of the way of traffic. See this Alpine rocket ship go down the back straight.
Valhalla in the Mercedes, yeah, 132.195, very tidy lap. Just 4 tenths behind Fever. Mate improves by 1/10.5, doesn't change positions though, he's still 10th off Valhalla there in P3.
I think Eckham is about to start the lap in Red Bull.
Hemdog up to P3. It's Valhalla's time by 200ths of a second. And yeah, Eckham invalidated that. Oh, I think he invalidated the final corner because he's already invalidated this lap that he's just started, so
You're right.
he is going to come back into the pits, I think.
It's not ideal.
Farmer Sam also yet to set a valid time. He's just coming to the pits as he's out of fuel. Fever about to cross the line. With another lap, improves by 17 hundredths of a second with 131.562.
Rapid time by Fuba, as you would expect. So fortunate for Ekman means he's going to have to essentially do a one-shot. Which is definitely not ideal. Most of our drivers now are going to be coming back into the pits, getting ready for their last run.
Yeah, we've got the Crush that's about to cross the line to complete this lap. And Prus by nearly 4 tenths up to P3, 132.158, just in front of his teammate by 200ths of a second. And still about 4 tenths off Big Al and a big 6 tenths as Mick Al retires. Oh, on the pit straight.
I think he crashed coming out of the last
I think
corner.
he's dropped it. Yeah, he's done a Alex Albon, if you remember. He binned it there in the Red Bull a few seasons ago. And there he is on the left-hand side of the road. T-Mac commences a lap in the Alfa Romeo.
Like not carrying nearly as much speed through that first sector as Big Al. At this point, that Big Mac is very wide. Oh! T-Mac! Nearly drops it.
Moment.
Nah, he's abandoned it. Is that Eckham? He's got no ERS again. Okay, guess Eckham's starting at the back. Oh,
That's
unless...
got 4 minutes. You've got enough time for another run.
Yeah, he can make it, he just needs to be quick. He's got to be in and out.
Yeah, he's straight on into the pits for the Red Bull. His teammate very deep of the hairpin. And, he lost the rear coming back on. Be straight into the pits as well. And he is. We've got a Haas of Apex on an outlap. Everyone else in pit lane as they get ready for their final runs in this session with 3 minutes remaining on the clock.
Fairly tight grid if you exclude the top two. For that second row onwards, that's a super tight grouping. AlphaTauri is doing exceptionally well this race. This whole season, really, they've been pretty consistent. Apex just swerving now, getting his tyres in the right temperature to start his final run. As most of the other cars are leaving to get on track. Hopefully he doesn't get impeded. He's a little bit out of sequence and this might hurt him towards the end of the lap. Alright, we're off. Carries a good amount of speed, but goes super wide. I don't think that's the most ideal line through that first sector. See if he doesn't move his track there. Oh! Pulling the team up on himself, having a bit of a slip out of there. First 26 to 2, nearly dropping the car. And he's given up. He's got time for a reset and he can go again, so I think he's just going to charge his battery and get ready to go again. Let's see, Valhalla is about to start his run. Let's see if he can improve or not. He's in the middle of that sandwich at the moment. He's definitely going to have to 930 if he can. He only needs a couple hundreds. Can he do it?
Beaver improves again by 1700ths of a second, 131.562.
He is consistent.
King J also improves by 10th and a half.
Jumps his teammate. I was already out of his teammate.
So Sneaky has invalidated, so he's not going to improve from P13. It's only 25 seconds of the clock. He's definitely out of contention. Apex starting a lap as well. As Crush comes across the line, improves by 4 tenths. Stays P3 though, 132.158. And Ekam across the line. And he's just starting a lap. He's had 5 seconds left on the clock.
Wow.
He crossed the line and he is yet to set a time. So it's 1.4 here. We're going to have a bit of an incident. Beaver and Ferrari of Jacob. Both of them off track at the same part. I don't know if they came together.
Yeah, not sure what happened there.
Oh, it was Jacob going straight. That's Jacob. Checkered flag is showing now. M-Dog P3 132.139. Valhalla across the line. P3 with the 132.129. Mate next across the line. 132.023 improves again. Out. Next across the line, final corner. The Alfa Romeo driver. Improves by 2 tenths.
Oh!
Big out by 6 thousandths of a second. Has provisional pole. His teammate next across the line. He improves by 10. Stays P8 though.
QB is a little rusty.
Crush and AlphaTauri next across the line, followed by Sneaky. Who runs very deep in the hairpin, so I think he's done. So Crush across the line, doesn't improve. Haas and Farmer Sam. He goes P9, 1:32.945. And then Eckham did not see his time.
Someone
As the session concludes. It's P5, Eckham in the Red Bull.
There you go. Very impressive time by Big Al. I didn't think he had it in him, but he had it. 6/100ths. 6/1000, sorry.
Yeah, very close there at the top. And a bit of a gap there to P3, but those guys not separated by much at all. You can see there, Valhalla, Eckham, and M-Dog Crush all separated by 200ths of a second there from P4 down to P7. I think got Apex, T-Mac, and Farmer Sam rounding out the top 10. And yeah, Sneaky unable to get a good, clean lap in. Pepsi still did reasonably well, P12, even though he only got his banker lap in, which you noted looked like it was not particularly quick, but no doubt be trying to push through from the back of the field. Definitely got that race pace.
I think it's going to be a very accident-prone race, not in terms of crashes, but just in terms of spins, because of how tricky the circuit is, especially on the harder compound tyres. It's not forgiving at all.
And it has been a while since anyone's had a league race here, so be a bit rusty, I'm sure, with what lines they can take.
It's nice to see that the T-pose hasn't gone anywhere. Seems to be all of the pit crew's favourite warm-up technique at this point. So just waiting for players now.
Do we have formation lap enabled?
You think so?
Can't remember. I thought we turned it off.
Might be off.
We'll find out in 20 seconds.
We will.
Definitely looking a bit overcast. We haven't yet had any official confirmation about the weather, but I wonder if a little bit of rain might come into effect partway through this race.
That would definitely make it interesting.
No, formation lap is on.
Yeah, that's definitely on. Looking at these guys. Let's see, Big Al will lead us around for our first formation lap of the evening. I do sort of expect Big Al and Ryan to...
Farmer Sam had a bit of a spin on the formation lap. T-Mac as well, taking to one of the service roads. Sneaky as well.
A few drivers seem to be preferring the service road to the actual circuit.
Oh, as we have a Williams. That's Apollo Pepsi spinning on the formation lap too.
Getting those early jitters out. A couple of actually, I didn't check this because I'm rusty. Interesting tyre strategy there from Ryan. So everyone has opted to start on the hard tyres, which is typically the fastest strategy. Start on the hards, pit around lap 16, mediums, and then go to the end. Ryan Bell has chosen to do the opposite. He's starting on mediums. I think he just wants to get the gal quickly and then we're trying to stay ahead of him.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I would have actually recommended the strategy to Bait, because these front two are a little faster than him, but if he has a tyre that's quicker, he might be able to keep up with him and just pull away from the rest of the pack behind him.
Sneaky having a massive spin going into the hairpin. And the Haas as well, Farmer Sam, looks like he's had a bit of a spin coming out of the hairpin.
Joseph failing to park the car, pulling it on himself. and Suzuki is angled towards his pit box. Dry or race. Thanks, Gumby. Alright, and it looks like we are away. Miguel gets a great start. Bait is getting swallowed in that midfield. Couple of people doesn't position. Here, it looks like Ryan was making it on the inside of Big Al already, wasting no time. Yep, him and Big Al are fighting side by side. Off the line, it looks like he's going to get better traction on that tyre, and he will take the lead of this race in the first sector.
Yeah, shocking start from Valhalla, down 5 positions, down to P9. See, ooh, someone's gone way off track here in the midfield. Looks like possibly Valhalla himself, as we see M-Dog and Apex.
Valhalla's off.
And Valhalla off, down 11 places now. The McLaren and the Haas side by side, Sneaky and Farmer Sam. Sneaky up 4 places since the start, so maybe that position in the grid box helping him get off the line just that little bit better.
Oh yeah, man was angled, and definitely angled for attack. King J and Neil looking like he's going to...
Yeah, I saw that very aggressive move from the McLaren. I just missed his braking marker there.
Ryan wasting absolutely no time, already putting a second between himself and Big Al. Stating his intentions clearly, he wants that championship back. There you go, he was second fastest up to begin with. And Apex looks like he might be making a move on M-Dog at the inside of turn 1, and Robbers is just enough space. He'll get that done fairly easily. Don't think M-Dog can really fight it back. No, can't really. I'll slot in for now. Bit of a battle pack forming here in the midfield from around that sort of P4 down to about P11. Everyone's fairly close.
Yeah, I think apart from Big Al to Fever, Valhalla to Jacob, I think everyone's within DRS of each other.
At the moment, yeah.
We've got... Is that Ekham's just dropped out of DRS from Big Al?
He must have made a pretty big mistake. He's down now. Bait's right on it. Not put up to make a move yet, but he's definitely covering him. Trying to Gossip's another fastest lap, 5.3. King Jet at the moment is our closest on field contender, as he's right behind that Haas from Sam. He will have DRS this lap, so we'll see what he can do down the back straight.
As Jacob just takes a little bit too much curve, and it's that yellow flag you see in sector 2. Takes a bit of a spin, kept it out of the wall, but he's lost a chunk of time as Valhalla gets past him now.
Has a bit of work to do. He's going to need a safety car to bring that back, I think.
Sam looked like a bit of a sitting duck here. He's lost DRS to Sneaky. King J closing in so much.
Not fast enough though. Here, maybe you can get him on the main straight. like Bait is going side by side with Eckham fighting for the pit at the moment. Eckham squeezes in with just enough room. Bait goes for the switch back into turn 3, gets better traction, not quite, no, that Red Bull is just too slippery in a straight line. Bait going to come back at him, looks at the inside, outside maybe. No, it holds it for now. But that Alpine is all over the back of that Red Bull. On back straight, that's got DRS. Eckham does swerve a tiny bit, and God, I think has a spin.
Looks like he had a bit of a moment coming out of the right hand onto the back straight. I don't know if he completely spun, but he was going very slow on the straight and that triggered that yellow flag.
Yep.
He's sizing up a move on Farmer Sam into the hairpin.
Bait couldn't quite have done either on Eckham on the back straight. I thought he might be saving the main straight, but he was just too far back, so this battle will continue for another lap.
Could also be just pacing himself a little bit, might not be wanting to commit to the overtake with the DRS just so powerful in that back straight.
Could be. He's got a lot of DRS on him. I say that now, I don't even have telemetry up. He's definitely saving Kingdom of Valhalla. Side by side. Oh. Leaving each other just enough room. I love the respect. Looks like before now Valhalla's in the position.
Oh, King J just loses the rear. It's a little bit too greedy on the throttle and sends him into spin.
M-Dog on the back of Sneaky, he's got DRS now. Doing a little bit of ERS on so let's see, side by side into the hairpin, pulls the car up nicely, doesn't really leave Sneaky any room there. Sneaky sort of forced it back out of it. Pepsi on the back of Mikau in the Alpine. As Jacob has a snap.
Yeah, it looks like he's dropped it just on the exit of the final corner. Keeps out of the wall. We do also have, I think that's Apollo Pepsi spun at turn 2-3, where he actually retired in qualifying. And he's been swallowed up by Farmer Sam and possibly Valhalla as well.
Yeah, he had a big moment. Just couldn't save it. Bit of 360. Cost him a chunk of time in the position he was battling for. Saying that he did recover well, I only lost about 4 seconds. From Sam running very wide, Pepsi having to back right out of the throttle to not hit him. And I don't know if Pepsi has enough ERS to do this.
Well, that backmate looks like he's got past Eckham. Me3, but that will give Eckham DRS now. Oh! Did a wheel spin from Farmer Sam, slides into the side of the Williams.
DRS. Yep. get something done. They made an Ekman also battle side by side, but staying on
Valhalla
board
got
here.
Pepsi as well.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to try around the outside here, Pepsi. Comes the inside for the next corner, so he can keep the traction under control. And he has this time.
He's learned his lesson for a few laps at least, hopefully. Giving us an excellent show so far.
And Eckham's got back past Batemate. Bate's nearly out of DRS range by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. Once you lose that, you're in a world of hurt. You'll be a sitting duck. You'll crush behind. He knows how important it is to keep DRS. Can.
Oh, his Farmer Sam has a massive snap. Valhalla has a spin as well. Well, Pepsi says thank you very much and moves up to P12.
I missed all of that.
P11, sorry.
Oh. And Macau battling side by side. Up to the last corner now. Macau sets him up beautifully, forces him to take a not ideal line. But he's not using any ERS. He's not thinking of overtaking him. Right? Sam drive a bit inside of Pepsi. Pepsi leaving him just enough room.
Oh, more contact. Pepsi holds that inside line. Neither of them have any ARS left. It's a battle for P13 behind King J and Valhalla. Haas does not look easy to drive. There's a few times I've seen him a bit of a snap on Sam.
Yeah, he's really struggling out there. Oh, how almost left. Only F1, most people still on holidays. Oh! King J's in the wall. I saw that. Aye. That's not ideal. I don't think he's got any damage on that though, so he could have been quite lucky there. That was definitely likely to be a worse accident. Bate is once again right on the back of Ekam. Just finds it very hard to overtake that Red Bull. It's so slippery in the straight line. This is the front. Tuba's quick 4 seconds to finish on Miguel already.
Good to see those medium tyres start to drop off a little bit soon though, and the hards will be quicker.
Yeah.
Expect we'll see Keeper into the pits around about lap 13.
I've actually on track after the gaps are separating quite a bit now. McLaren around?
I think King J might have a little bit of aero damage on that car. It does not look like it's sticking to the road at all.
Yeah. That's possible.
Keep an eye on Sneaky, charge up through the field at the moment. He's just 1.5 seconds behind Mikau, P10. He's done well to close that gap down.
Yeah, as well as that, Farmer Sam and Pepsi are still battling. Pepsi giving him plenty of room there. Farmer Sam, of his own accord, decides to go off track. Very creative driving line there by Farmer Sam. Oh!
That's what I mean with this house. It looks very undrivable at the moment.
Yeah, that's not looking like a fun race car. I think Apex might be lining up to make a move soon. He's right on the back of the AFR Crush. Other Haas having a significantly better evening so far. Yeah, he's burning all of his ERS. He wants this move done. DRS open. I think he's too far back though. I don't think he can do anything from that far back. No, just sort of sticks to the back of Crush through that sector. No, Gumbo, we can't see fuel loads. Bait again is sniffing the back of that Red Bull. Very keen to get that podium position back.
There's another little spin down to the hairpin. So yellow flag you see there in sector 3, but it's moving again.
Good to see him back on track.
Farmer Sam's dropped right off the back of Polo Pepsi now, gap's 1.5 seconds.
See, Bait, mate. Oh, he's sending it this lap, burning all the ERS, DRS, and he will just fly past Eckham.
Goes up into P3.
He needs to make it count now. Now he needs to put some distance between himself and Eckham. Yep, he's still burning the ERS. Good. Using everything. He's got to gap him now.
Farmer Sam peels off into the pits.
He must have damaged. It's too early to pit. Too early to pit for mediums anyway. Let's see what they do to him.
Yeah, new nose and medium tyres.
Yeah. He's going to have to stop again to make it to the end of the race. Back on board with Eckham. He's trying to hunt down Bait. Bait not able to put as much of a gap between himself and Eckham as he would like. But they are still gapping Crush, which is good. That gets them out of danger from behind. Let's see. Saw what Bait did last lap and says, I can do that too, as they go side by side through the second to last corner. Not as smooth as what Bait did it, but Bait manages to hold the position off as Ryan Bell peels into the pits now. They'll be throwing the hard tyres on. Eckham wants to have another crack. Oh! Bait nearly makes contact with the back of the Red Bull.
Yellow flag, looks like Polo Pepsi's dropped it out of the final corner. So Bieber comes out of the pits into P9. So he had about a 4-second lead on Big Al. He's now 17.6 seconds off the lead. So losing about 21 seconds at the stop.
Yeah. Still a bit of work to do now, but he's got a decent margin, so he should be fine. Let's see what Bate can fight back here. It was a very good overtake by Eckham. Did take a few corners to get it done, but he got the move done. And I think more importantly is he burned a little bit of Bate's ERS. So Bate still has so much more ERS than Eckham. I don't see how he defends this if Bate actually tried to get past him. And Bate is trying. Eckham concedes the inside line. Goes for the
yellow flag. Whereas Farmers Fan has a bit of a spin in sector 2. And no damage, continues going. As Pepsi again has another spin this time. Right-hander coming onto the back straight.
Still Bate and Eckham side by side through all of this. Crush was nearly out of DRS, but now he's right back on the both of these guys. On the back of both these guys. One mistake and he's part of the fight. Bate's still leading, but it's so close as Eckham is very late on the brakes into turn 4. Runs off a little bit wide, don't think there's anything in it. And I think Ryan Bell...
Yeah, he's just made it past mid-cow. So P8 and a bit more clean air, so about just under 18 seconds off Miguel's lead, so still at the moment he will maintain the lead when Miguel comes into pit for some medium tyres.
Yep. Is Bate also... Yeah, all these guys have got no energy left. That's the Farmers Fan round again.
Yeah, there's time on the entry of turn 1. As King J approaches. Definitely Farmers Fan got going before McLaren got there.
Yep. Pretty good so far here. Nice battle for the net P3 between... Bro, Crush is in the pits. That's early? Crush going for a massive undercut here. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
He'll come out in between Valhalla and Pepsi, so he'll have a little bit of clean air. Might be part of his strategy, just he feels he's getting held up by the cars ahead.
He definitely was. There's no two ways about that.
Big Al in the pits as well.
Yep, this is about where you'd expect the hard runners to pit now.
So Big Al's come out in P9. So he's ended up about 5 seconds behind Viva, so Viva has made a bit of a gain through the pit stops.
He will be on the faster tyre though, so we'll have to keep an eye on that gap, see if he can manage to catch up to Big Al. To Ryan Bell.
Pepsi as well onto the set of mediums, and Valhalla too.
See Bate currently leading this race. I think if you're Bate, you have to pit. If you're anyone behind Bate, you definitely have to pit. Because if they don't, Crush is going to get a ridiculous undercut.
Well, Crush is 23.5 seconds off Batemate now, so Batemate will be ahead of him if he pits at the end of this lap. And he is.
Yeah.
So is Apex, but Eckham stays out.
If Eckham does have pace, it's the right move. But I'm not quite sure if he actually does have the pace to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, because unlike pitting onto the hard tyres, the mediums switch on a lot quicker. As we see Farmer Sam's retired, this could bring out a safety car. Rush on the pit straight now. There is Batemate, and Batemate's just ahead at the apex of turn 1. So very close call there. Oh, he gives him a tap as well on the bump.
Just make sure he knows he's there. I mean, we probably did miss him. He hasn't seen him in like 2 laps. Crush. Try to send it around the outside. Can he get the switchback done? Not quite, but he does get way better acceleration.
Contact again between the two.
This is really good for Eckham.
Oh, looking at the gap now. Rush is 22 seconds off the lead, so Eckham should be ahead of both of them.
Yeah. Big out low, taking the count in the second half corner. Those pressure tyres.
Eckham into the pits. Big out and Sneaky should be pitting as well, and Sneaky stays out, but Big out comes in. Yeah, second the fastest lap of the race at 135.140. Eckham now heading to the exit of the lane. Crush and Batemate coming out of the final corner. And Eckham comes out behind Crush. And behind Batemate, so they've just managed to get the undercut to stay ahead. But it's Apex and Eckham side by side. Oh, bit of contact.
A lot of contact.
Not that there's any damage there to the Haas, but front wing definitely hit the front tyre of that Red Bull. Fakes to the left, then dives down the inside, does the Haas, and so he's got the move done nicely. Eckham dropping down to P7.
That was a good dive.
Yeah, faked across to the left, looked like he was going to try and go around the outside. Eckham moved across the cover, and then the Haas switched back and moved down the inside. And very nice, clean move there from the Haas driver. Used up a lot of his ERS though. Yeah, a bit vulnerable here if we can't get the DRS to Batemate. He's a couple of tenths outside the range of DRS detection.
Yeah, and he positioned the car beautifully in that dive. I mean, like you said, he went to the outside, faked it, dove on the inside, and then put his car exactly where Eckham wanted to accelerate. Which just made it impossible for him to go anywhere.
Well, no DRS for Apex. I think Eckham's going to go for a move here into the hairpin. Yeah. Apex stays in the middle of the road. Lead to him. Storms past. 7.
I think Ryan made a mistake. This Big Al is less than a second behind him now.
Yeah, absolutely. Using DRS rates on those fresh mediums, so definitely big advantage to Big Al.
10 laps to go.
Doing a bit of Morse code on the back of Crush's diffuser. Letting him know he's there.
I think what we're trying to do is get a Dr. Terry seat back. That's literally climbing into it.
Everyone on the medium tyres now, except for Bieber and Sneaky. Sneaky yet to pit. I suspect he might just be holding up for a safety car. Starting at the back. We have Polypepsi round in sector 2. I think he might actually have some wing damage. Yes, he's missing his front left plate.
Oh no.
He's able to continue though, so no safety car.
Yeah. Big Al has closed that gap a lot to Ryan.
Yeah, sitting about half a second, so inside that DRS range, but he's not quite ready to make his move yet. Just be careful not to damage the tyres, or people will be quicker at the back end of the race. Just be playing a bit of a waiting game for the moment, just managing his dual DRS and tyres. Four-way battle here for P4 at the moment between Crush, Batemate, Ekem and Apex, all within DRS range of each other.
Big Al goes around the outside. People can see the position they're in.
He's thought about going for a late lunge down the inside to Bieber.
Bieber's in a bit of trouble here. He's got no ERS left. Big Al's still on 46%.
Looks like Bieber's having to manage the fuel a little bit. He does have the fuel indicator light on at the moment. Big Al comfortably make it home from here, so I wonder if Bieber's also having to just manage that fuel load at the moment. I've been expecting a safety car. There's a bit of contact between the two of them as well. Just a bum.
If that light's going red, I'd say Bieber's got a lot of managing to do. You do burn fuel around here, so he's got his work cut out for him now. I don't think he can compete for a win here. I think he's going to manage fuel.
He might not have been able to do as much prep as he usually does this race, coming back from holidays, so might have just taken a bit of a punt on there being a safety car or his fuel load. Just backfired a little bit. He might also just be trying to stay in DRS as well, just so we can save a little bit of fuel and then go for a move at the end of the race. But I'll just keep an eye on that one. 8 laps to go.
While we wait for that to pan out, at least our midfield's keeping us entertained. Sneaky has been caught now, essentially, by this battle pack.
Still a second and a half between them, but I think Sneaky probably needs to hit this lap. Just as battling these guys will only just hurt his race even more. It doesn't look like there's going to be a safety car convenient enough for Sneaky to maintain position, but may also be going on to I'll straight onto the softs from here as we see a little bit of argy-bargy between this little battle pack here. Oh, Apex, big tank slapper on the curb. Lit up the rears, lucky not to spear off to the inside as we see Batemate going from around the outside and Crush into turn 1. Still hanging around the outside, looks like he wants that inside for turn 2. And, oh, the AlphaTauri really squeezing him against that curb. That Alpine stays ahead, and look, the Red Bull out. Now ready to make a move is Ekem. I think he might go for a little bit of a lunge here. No, as the AlphaTauri does the inside, it probably ruined that. Sneaky goes very, very deep, almost like he's just getting out of the way as a lapped car. He doesn't realise that's her position, but he might have just made a very large mistake to keep clear of the rest of them.
Yeah, he couldn't have done that on purpose, but he did the right thing by staying off the track and letting everyone past him. He can't fight on those tyres, there's no way.
So Batemate's pulled half second gap over Crush. He's under a lot of pressure from Ekem here. Christian's getting on the blower to France. Oh, Apex just survived a massive tank slap at mid-corner, and he has dropped 8 tenths on Ekem ahead.
That's going to hurt him.
Well, he's almost out of DRS range. He's got no ERS at all now. He dumped all of it, just trying to stay in the slipstream of the Red Bull. Sneaky continues on. I think he's hoping for a late safety car to go straight onto the softs.
He must be. Ryan is in a world of hurt. He now has no ERS left.
And still solid red indicator on his fuel load, so still going to be touch and go if he makes the race distance.
He can make it, it'll just have to lift like 100 metres from the braking zone. He's got a 10-second gap to Bate, and Bate's still fighting, so he should still get second place.
M-Dogs managed to close the gap to T-Mac. He's now within DRS range in the battle for P8.
still such a tight battle in this midfield. But Bate is kind of pulling away now. If Crush isn't careful, or if he fights with Ekam through one corner, Bate's going to say, see you boys later. Secure his podium position.
They can move on Crush. Just a big squeeze out onto the curb. Very nice, leaving that little room. Red Bull driver up into P4.
M-Dog is about to make a move on T-Mac with the 8. It's really close.
T-Mac's dropped down a lot of pace. He's also having to fuel save a bit as well at the moment. He's got into DRS range of Sneaky. Still hasn't fit yet. Been on those hards for 22 laps.
Yeah, I think he's trying to pull his best Jacob impression.
Alex Albon still hit on the last lap.
Mistake is mandatory.
He's currently up 8 positions from the start of the race, so he is managing his race quite well, but the longer he stays out on those hards, so he's going to drop down to P11 if he pits now, so he's praying for a safety car run back now.
He would be. T-Mac all over the back of him. Given that Sneaky does get a much better exit, I don't see how T-Mac doesn't overtake him here. Yep, here comes Alfa Romeo up the inside. He does send it.
And M-Dog tries to make the most of it as well. Is he going to get better traction than T-Mac as well? He's got a little bit of overlap. It's almost 3 wide into the last corner. As a nice little switch back from M-Dog, he'll get both of them as T-Mac got pushed right out wide onto the curb. He goes round the inside with the McLaren and gains 2 positions.
That was fairly opportunistic by M-Dog, but he did such a good job pulling that off.
Absolutely. T-Mac does get in front of Sneaky. Turn 1. A lag there from M-Dog. Just worried there for a second. T-Mac was going to break his front wing on AlphaTauri.
It's looking good so far. Just checking with Ryan and see how he's doing. 5% ERS, Miguel's on 50. And he still has that fuel light blinking.
Yeah, he's short shifting quite a bit coming onto that back straight, using all of his ERS. See what he does if he lifts and coasts. No, straight onto the brakes.
Doesn't look like he's doing a lot of fuel saving.
No, definitely short shifting, but no lifting and coasting just yet.
Exploring the track limits there.
He's staying out on those hard tyres.
Man, you've got a point to prove.
4 laps remaining. Right on the back of Batemate, doing a bit of Norse code in return. The tapping that Batemate was doing on him. I think this battle for P3 is over just yet.
No, they're still going at it. Both of them are really on that trampoline. The cow though looks just about ready to overtake Sneaky with those.
Fever's gone straight off.
He's
He's gone straight off at the right-hander onto the back straight. I don't know if had an issue or if he just lost the rear of the car, but he went off into the gravel, really into the wall.
He's lifting and coasting a lot now.
So he's 3 laps remaining as Biggar crosses the line. He's now 9.5 seconds in the lead. Bieber, who's just 2 seconds ahead of Batemate now, and with a bit of fuel saving to do, he may actually be a risk of not even finishing on the podium.
Quite possibly. Ekman and Bate are still battling pretty hard side by side.
Oh, bit of
and
contact,
again, no!
Bit of contact. Oh, Batemate goes around. Dog now all at the back of the Alpine. Sneaky finally comes to the pits.
Z-Dog 28 in Chad, but Fever's 0.25 under in fuel.
Yeah, it's a fair bit to save in the last couple of laps.
He's got to save a quarter of a lap, yeah. 3 laps.
Yeah, he's lifting so much through sector 2. Eckham's now within DRS of the Aston Martin. Shifting a lot as well. I think he's going to get done here into the hairpin.
He's definitely going to get done, but if I was Ekman, I wouldn't be too confident about that champagne. Not after that contact with Batemate in turn 1.
I think Bate just went a little bit too hot in. It looked like Ekam left the space on the inside, and I think Bate just carried a bit too much speed.
I thought Bate was on the outside.
He was.
Oh, Ryan!
No. Oh, bit of a dive there from the Aston.
The switchback.
Bate was on the inside because it was rear right to front left contact. That's what turned Bate around.
Ah, okay.
So it looked like he just went a little bit too hot. Space was left. So we've got the McLaren of King J round in the first sector.
A lot of contact here. Ryan doing everything he can, trying to maintain that position. Does not want to give up this podium. I don't see how he can hold it though, not with the amount of fuel saving he has to do. Oh, Ekam!
Big tank slapper and Crush goes through.
Apex as well.
He goes to block Apex, but he's going to extend it down the inside into turn 4.
Couldn't quite hold it though. Apex dropped back again. All these guys have no ERS. Absolutely none. Miguel's cruising on like 60%. Hey Conrad, how you doing, man?
Battle pack as well behind Bate P6. Himself, M-Dog and T-Mac all within DRS of each other.
Everyone is burning everything to try and get a move done here.
King J is going to be stuck in the middle of this. Fever doing a lot of weaving to defend this position as Crush goes around the outside. Fever is very deep, parks the bus, but look at the Red Bull of Ekam.
Switch back by Ekam.
Crush. Fever's now linking fuel as there goes King J, letting them through. Ekam's going to try around the outside. Fever comes back across with a bit of contact. He goes very deep into the corner and has a bit of a moment, has to correct it. He's trying to stick it down the inside. Ekam hanging out on the outside. She comes the inside for the next corner. He should get the traction with the medium tyres. And he is in front of Fever. Now the Red Bull going to cover the inside line. He does very early, but switch back for Fever down the inside. And he is, a bit of wheel banging as well. He is back in front, but Ekam has the racing line and better traction. Stays in P2.
When Fever wants the inside, he'll get the inside.
Oh, he's going to go for another move down the inside. Ekam leaves in the space. But the inside is to Ekam again. He'll hold that position as behind Crush has got past Apex.
Bate's catching up rapidly. I don't think he'll make it in time, but he's giving it a good go.
Miguel's lead extends out to 15 seconds.
Ryan Bell giving it all of the beans and then some.
No ERS left, no, neither does Ekam. Crash is spent. Apex is spent. As Big Al crosses the line to take the victory. Ekim gives Bieber a good squeeze, and Crash gets past Bieber as well, and he's out of fuel. Bieber is out of fuel.
Oh, he
Has
gave it a
no
good
drive
go.
out of the final corner. Mate will get P5, and M-Talk up to P6. I think even T-Mac might be able to get past Bieber here. T-Mac's out of fuel as well.
Yeah, he got a 10
Get it. T-Mac picks up a time penalty as well for running wide at the final corner, and Mikau will jump up to P8.
Oh,
And
no.
Valhalla will come across the line. P10.
That
And
was
Sneaky taking out all the brake marker boards while there are still drivers on the track behind him.
That's not lovely sportsmanship there. Wow, that was really intense. Way more intense than I was expecting for China. A lot of drama, a lot of carnage. A lot of really good racing too. Very clean, respectful battling.
I think Jacob might actually jump Sneaky here for P11. And he doesn't, unfortunately. 3 seconds behind Sneaky, even with his 13-second penalty. And, oh no, Apollo Pepsi does a 360
That was quite stylish, I'll give him that.
and comes across around the line to wrap it up.
Massive congratulations to Big Al. What a race, what a battle. Had a bit of tyre strategy, worked out for him in the end. Would have loved to see what would have happened between him and Phoebe if Phoebe didn't have to actually save fuel. But it did give us a good battle in the end though, which was nice. Yeah, Charlie, that was a good race. Cheers, Gumby. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. And yeah, definitely expected some safety cars. I'd say Fever and T-Mac also expected safety cars. Unfortunately, didn't get any. You still there, Gus?
Yeah, sorry, Mike was muted.
Ah, okay.
Yes, definitely looked like a couple of drivers were expecting safety cars with T-Mac and Fever running out of fuel on the final lap, and also with Sneaky's strategy of going very long on the hard tyres, did not get the safety car he was looking for, unfortunately finishing out of the points. I think if he'd pitted probably with about 5-10 laps to go, he could have done a run with the mediums or the softs to the end and might have...
Indeed. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for the Tier 1 race. Don't go anywhere. The stream is going to end briefly and then pick up again with Apollo Pepsi and I believe T-Mac, who will be commentating the Tier 2 race straight after this, starting in about 10 minutes time. See you guys next week.